Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The Philippine delegation is all set for the gathering of leaders and experts in the field of security in Singapore. But before delivering his keynote speech, President Bongbong Marcos will have an alignment meeting with the Singapore President and Prime Minister. And for more updates, we have Mobile Journal Julie Baiza on the line. Julie?
Pauline, President Bongbong Marcos is set to deliver his keynote speech at the 21st edition of the International Institute for Strategic Studies Shangri-La Dialogue at 8 p.m. today. Marcos is the first Philippine president to deliver a keynote message for this Asia's premier defense forum. PBBM vowed to articulate in his message the legal and geopolitical position of the Philippines on West Philippine Sea as he cited its importance to international trade. Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro, AFP Chief of Staff Romeo Browner, and PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan is joining the President in this event. Before his speech, the President will be meeting with Singapore President Tharman Shanmugaratnam and new Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. This is to ensure a strong bilateral relations between the two countries under the new leadership. Pauline?
Julie, like you mentioned, President Bongbong Marcos will be the first Filipino president to deliver a speech in this forum, making that a historic event. He'll also be meeting with the Singapore President and Prime Minister. But what else can you tell us about his agenda there in Singapore?
Yes, Pauline, kahapon, there were private meetings and we're assuming na yung Pangulo nag-focus siya sa pakikipag-usap din sa other mga business sector to push forward yung economy ng ating bansa and para magkaroon din ng mga possible partners and investors dito sa Pilipinas. Aside from that, bukod sa karapatan ng Pilipino, ang malinaw daw sasabihin ng Pangulo mamaya sa kanyang speech yung mga asahan daw yung ilang mga policy related sa kanya magiging speech. So tingnan kung ano yung sinasabi niya tungkol sa policy kasi magiging panauhin ng Pangulo sa kanya magiging speech mamaya sina US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin at maging ang China Defense Minister na dadalo rin pareho sa event na ito.
Julie, may balita na rin ba kung makikipagkita si PBBM sa Filipino community dyan sa Singapore?
Sa ngayon, wala schedule ng Pangulo yung pakikipagkita sa Filipino community kasi pagkatapos yung dumalo dito sa IIS Shangri-La Dialogue at pagkatapos ng mga bilateral meetings na nakalatag ngayong araw at siyang uuwi na ng Pilipinas ang Pangulo.
Alright, maraming salamat. That was Mobile Journal, Julie Baiza. Former Solicitor General Florin Hilbay urged the Marcos administration to appoint an official point person for the West Philippine Sea. In an interview with A Big Story, Hilbay, who also led our arbitration case against China, said the president cannot be the point person for the West Philippine Sea matters because of his busy schedule. He said the president should appoint someone he can trust in making statements regarding our exclusive economic zone.
It's easiest to make pronouncements when you don't have any skin in the game. Everyone who has an opinion on the West Philippine Sea will make those statements. But the reality is it's only the president who can make effective recommendations or actions. And he needs someone who is dedicated full-time to make those personal recommendations.
Hilbay also expressed confidence about our case in holding China accountable for environmental damage in the West Philippine Sea. However, he said our government should look out for what he calls the devil in the details.
The problem, however, or the devil is in the details, where to file, the timing of the filing, who's going to be in charge of the case, what will be the details of the arguments, are we going to ask for damages, are we going to add some other claims to the existing claims? That is something that you'll have to look at more in detail because, again, the big picture is that we have a very strong case given the facts of what China has been doing.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. The Philippine peso continues to weaken against the US dollar. The Business World reported the peso closed at 58.63 against the greenback, its lowest level in 19 months. Business World also reports a strong US dollar as US Treasury yields surge and the Federal Reserve remain hawkish in its monetary policy. And on PhilStar, a House lawmaker suggests making annulment free if the divorce bill fails to pass the Senate. Iloilo Representative Janet Garin said this would make the method more accessible to less privileged Filipino couples. Senators remain divided over absolute divorce, with several of them keeping a conservative stance on the matter. Well, as mentioned, senators remain on opposite sides of the fence when it comes to divorce. Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel and Senator JV Ejercito spoke to Storycon about their thoughts on the measure.
Tandaan natin na kung meron tayong divorce, it will still be a court proceeding. So kung ang problema mo yung gastos, ganon din yun. Unless the Supreme Court cooperates by revising the schedule of docket fees. Diba? So ayusin natin yan. At saka, pag masyadong madali ang grounds, irreconcilable differences, gravely abusive conduct, pwede rin magamit against women yan, ha? Pwede rin kawawa ang mga babae, ha? Dahil lalaki naman ang gusto mag-divorce. Napakadali. Let us Philippinize the concept of divorce. Huwag yung hiram tayo sa Amerika kasi parang lumalabas na pati no-fault divorce pwede na kasi ipapadaan nila dun sa irreconcilable differences. Yung mga gravely abusive conduct. So ayusin natin yung words natin. Let us look at the Philippine experience. Ano ba yung gusto nating i-address? And then let's capture those instances in very particular and specific words.
I agree with Senator Pimentel, ang minority leader. Si Senator Coco has been really helpful in kahit siya po yung minority, na-refine, na-improve po natin ang mga measures. And I share the sentiment. Sa kailangan naman, hindi maging madali. We do not want a divorce like in the United States of America po, na parang napakadali naman ho nung maprobahan ng divorce, no? So, dapat lang siguro, I will only agree kapag yung circumstances are really extreme. As I mentioned, yung may abuse already, physical or emotional. No? So, yun po yung mga dapat natin siguro tingnan with the House version to make sure that necessary safeguards are in place.
The Philippine National Volleyball Federation announced it will retain the Alas Pilipinas team that won a historic ABC Challenge Cup bronze medal. PNVF President Tat Suzara emphasized the importance of keeping the team intact while adding college players to strengthen the roster. They plan to include collegiate stars such as Bella Belen, Alyssa Solomon, and Casey Dongallo to play alongside ABC Challenge Cup standouts Gia de Guzman and Angel Canino. The federation is also considering extending the contract of Brazilian coach Jorge Souza de Brito, whose contract expires next month. Suzara believes these moves will enhance the team's chances of competing for a medal in next year's Southeast Asian Games in Thailand. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.